Good morning, everybody. Today we are in Akron at the Goodwill outlet store on Waterloo Road, I do believe. We're going to go in here. I kind of thought it was a bin, like a by the pound, but apparently it doesn't look like it. So I'm excited. Might be a mixture of voiceover and me today. I'm just getting over a cold, so I have one of those irritation coughs from talking. I start coughing, so I may just film and then do voiceover later. So if you hear that difference, that's what that is. Yeah, let's go inside.
All right, so as we're going in the store here, there is a bins and a retail store. The bins is here on the left, the retail store is here on the right, and that's where we're going to start. Here at the front, they had a lot of Halloween seasonal things, look to be mostly brand new. There was some redone here. I do believe they had $6.99. Okay, that said $4.99. They had a lot of new stuff here that looked like maybe it came from like a buyout. Whole bunch of trick-or-treat bags. Those were $6.99. That's what it was. A really good selection though. They had the glasses here, the cases, and then some more new items. Reusable bags, 50 cents a piece. These were bags of napkins, and they were all Halloween or fall themed. I think $16.99 is what it said on those. And then here are some more items. And then this is the look at the doors, the front doors. They have kids' costumes there. And then starting here with the clothes. They do have women's set prices for clothes, but then for some items that are newer or name brand, they have like zip tie tags on them. And the colors mean a certain price regardless of the set price, if that makes sense. This side of the store, the retail store, had a huge home goods, hard goods area. Somebody had donated a lot of their Wicked collection. Like they went to maybe the show, or they're just a fan of the show. But there was a lot of ornaments and a lot of different things of that nature from Wicked. This little figurine here was cute with the elephant and the man and the little elephant. But he was missing a hand on the one side. This is just another end cap here next to the hard good area. You can just see all the shelves in the background of everything that's there. It's very exciting to see that. And then this aisle here started in the Christmas nature. They had a lot of the ceramic pieces. This was a little piggy bank. And then what caught my eye down here were these big mold pieces. They were hobbyist. And it's Mrs. Claus and Santa Claus is back here behind. $8 a piece. They really wasn't painted the best, but they did bring back some memories. My grandma, I think, used to have a set just like them. And then this just kept saying Santa Claus, Santa Claus. And it got the best of me, so I do open it here. And it ended up being just some resin Santa Clauses from Price. There you go. That's what they look like. There was just stuff stashed everywhere, so you just kind of had to look. And I think this is before I realized that my camera was zoomed in. So I'll probably unzoom it here in just a minute. And they had him for sale for $8. There we go. And then I did see this little ghost. And it's one of those ones that fit over the air freshener cones. And then this little ghost laying here all seductive. Some more hobbyist pieces. And they did have a good bit of like Christmas Village accessories. And they had a whole bunch of these fiber optic tree angels, or just angel topper trees. Angel tree toppers. There you go. They had a whole bunch of those. They did have multiple of these leprechaun little yardsticks. And then there's another angel and some bulbs. This was like classroom decorations of Dr. Seuss. Cat in the Hat. We had done Trey's room in that when he was little, so it caught my attention. I consider getting it because it still is decorated Dr. Seuss, but I think we're getting ready to change it to dinosaurs or monster trucks, so I left that behind. I thought this bird on top here was very interesting. The candles was from Yankee, but I don't believe the bird was, but it may have been. These are, it just said spring candles, and I ended up pulling them out, and it did say Hallmark on the bottom, and they're like votive hurricane little things. And I ended up getting them. They were half off because they were blue, so I paid like $1.40 or something for them. And then it just turns into some craft aisles here. It's really nice that they had these little containers with miscellaneous crafts in it. Keeps everything together and contained and gets it sold. And then moves into some health and beauty like type items. Like I told you, there are so many shelves, and we're still not even to the end of the first row. There are so many shelves at this store. If I had felt better and didn't feel like I was going to like cough all over everything, I probably would have stayed longer. I was wearing a mask in the store just because I didn't want to risk it. And then the linens and stuff here did have set prices here as well. And they had this whole back wall and then the side wall there too. And this is the end cap of that first aisle. They did kind of have them color coded. So like this is like the green style of stuff, green color of items. And there was just a plain crack egg there. I really thought this church here was pretty. And there was looked like to be a thumbprint bowl here. I'll show it here. I think I was waiting for the employee there to move. They were stocking the shelves as I was looking, so I was just kind of waiting. But here, I should show you the thumbprint bowl, which I do believe is Fenton. I could be wrong, but as far as I know, they don't really have the best resale value. For $6, I do believe. I just didn't really want to mess with it. I do have some thumbprint items here still that haven't sold. And then this is getting into some like kitchen items. So they have the big wash bins here of the silverware. And then just some, baking storage. I think there's just where I realized that my phone was not on wide lens, so I moved it to that. And I had a whole bunch of just cooking pots and pans and coffee pots and stock pots and a whole bunch of just dishes. And like I said, there was so much in this store. This is a definite visit if you're ever up in that area. And then it moves into the plastic area. And then there are some clear glass. There was a whole bunch of clear glass sections. 79 cents, I do believe. $1.25 with some of the bigger items. And then some mugs. And some more cups. Salt and pepper shakers here. I was looking to see if they were anything. I know they wasn't silver, but just to see if they were branded or had a decoration on them. The platters down there at the bottom was really pretty decorated. A whole stack of these plates here with the bubbles on the edge. $1 a piece. I couldn't read what it said. I really hope the next time I go filming I'm not still getting over this cold, because even now still I have a little cough still. So hopefully when I go back out I can get back to talking as I'm filming. And it's just, you know, I've got more current information and can read it instead of trying to like look at the video and trying to remember. This is a little woven type glass bowl. They were $1 a piece. And then we move into the yellow end cap here. Very nicely done again on the theming of the end caps. I mean, it is just a generic like color base, but they did a very good job with putting the items, picking them, and placing them where they need to go. And then just around the corner here, they have some Easter. I really liked this Easter piece. It was just really cute. Crystal bowl here for $4. I've been trying to find some apothecary type jars for myself for my fall Halloween decor. I've seen a whole bunch in the springtime and I didn't bother getting them because I wasn't planning on using any. And then now that I've decorated for fall and Halloween, I had the idea to use them and now I can't find them hardly anywhere. This was an open ice bucket. They had handles there on the side. I didn't see any markings, but it was really neat to see. It was really nice quality and heavy. This was an ashtray, apparently of Finland, made in Finland, and I should have picked that up. I took a picture of it to look it up, and I forgot to look it up before I left. And it is a made in Finland ashtray that I should have picked up. So. That was about the only item right offhand that I saw that I wish I would have picked up after doing my research when I got home. They had a whole bunch of clear glass. This was a really neat pumpkin container. And it was fairly modern. It had a modern sticker on it. And it was just $2, but it just had a little jack-o'-lantern face in there. It was really cute. And then just continuing here with some more clear glass. Vases, bowls, candle votive holders, taper holders, punch bowls. You name it, and they probably had it there. Sugar and creamer sets. And then this is just on the other side. They have the baskets. $4. They had a great big selection of baskets too. There were some that was broke, but the majority of them was in really good shape. This one here was broke. I really like the coloring on it, but it was broke. See, the aisles just go further and further. It was just so neat to see how much they had. And then it turns into the wood section here. These boogie boards I thought was neat. I guess I'll go back to them in a minute. But this is a Lazy Susan, spinning Lazy Susan. $4 maybe. Had to show you that it works. The boogie boards here were in really good shape. I probably should have looked them up just to see how much if they were worth anything, because they were designed pretty nice. And then this is the end cap right past the baskets. They have the white section. And then there was this, I do believe it was a Lynx cat that I found somewhere. Was it in this end cap? I will say there was some stuff that was Lynx, or like if they had the tags on or was marked for like something that's more popular, or that it is, you can make more money off of it, like it's worth more money. They did have it priced up a little bit. Yeah, there's the Lynx cat right there. They did have him for $8.
I need to get one of these.
And then we'd go down here into the blue. I had saw a lady carrying a vase right here. This and I have one somewhat like it that's teal, and it's Fenton. This one's not marked Fenton, but I saw her carrying it, and as soon as I did, I was like, ooh, I wonder if that's Fenton. But it didn't have any marks on it, and I couldn't really find a good like a comparison on Google or on eBay, so I left it behind for somebody else. And there's another Wicked, like a snow globe type deal thing. Remember how I had said that somebody must have donated a lot of their Wicked collection. That was one of the other items. Sorry that I'm going so fast. It was a really big store, and I think I was just more worried about getting everything. Salt and pepper shakers here were neat. And then the top of a little swan dish, but it was flash, and you could see the flash starting to chip off on the inside. Moves into like their red section. I mean, seriously, if you guys are ever up in the Waterloo area for Akron, you have to stop in and just look at the shelves yourselves, because there's just so much to look at. Like, it can take you hours if you look and move things and look at all the nooks and crannies. Like, it was so much fun. It's an interesting little door, ceramic hobbyist piece. And this looked to be like a liquor decanter. That's what it looked like it was. And then this was a nativity piece, I think. And there's a few pieces that had the same gloss on it, and it had the same felt on the bottom, like the camel there. So it probably went together with the wise men. And then there was like a sheep back there that had the same felt on the back of it. And then there was like, I think baby Jesus was there and had the same felt. So like they were all part of the same set, which was interesting. But it was obviously missing quite a few pieces. I love this cow. It was a little plastic, just little thing, but her expression is just adorably cute. I moved right along into the metal and black section. That was a neat little resin piece there. And these were Delft. It said that they were Delft, D-E-L-F-T, coasters. They had little leather pieces underneath some glass. And then this is just an overlook of the clothes. There's those tags, the color tags I was talking about, with the different prices for the item. And then this was a cart that was in the back towards like the furniture section. This was an old Hulk mask from one of the older Hulk movies. They had some pottery, a whole bunch of good little knickknacks in there. This little Frankenstein, like a parachute material, was really cute. This bookend, I would have loved to have found the second. They would, there was some listed, but none had sold. But there was some listed for, I don't even remember how much it was. I know it was above $50 for the set. And it was just heavy, good quality, but there was only the one. And then that's me putting it back. And then telling the camera there was only one. Then there was a good bit of these velvet vintage jewelry boxes. And then a Foldscraft box there. See, there's some more jewelry boxes there. This little cart had a whole bunch of stuff on it. And then this is the bigger toy items, big furniture items. I was enamored with this Imaginext piece for a while. I spent probably a little bit too much time on him, opening him up, looking him up. If he had like the little figures that went with him, I probably would have got him, because then they sell up into the hundreds. But I put him in my cart to take him with me just in case I did find the figurines, which I did not. So I did end up putting him back, but I carried him around for a while just to see if I could find anything.
But if I can find the stuff.
And that's probably what I'm explaining here with my finger. And then they have this neat little setup for all of the golf clubs. They had a really big selection here. Again, like, I don't really know much about golf clubs, but they had a whole bunch. And then there's some more furniture and some bikes, and then some more bigger toys there at the top. They had a lot in this store. And then here we are over in the artwork aisle. And then some clothes, kids' clothes here with the toys on top. This is where I was looking for the figurines for the playset. And then along the wall beside the artwork, they had some purses, bags, backpacks, puzzles, suitcases, whole bunch of stuff. Here's a close-up to the artwork section. It was so neat to see how it was displayed and how nice it is. They had such a huge selection. I mean, that's all I can keep saying for this whole retail side of the store, is they just had so much to look at. And then that was in like the smaller electronics. And then we move over here into the book corner with the pillows. And then the books and movies. Just makes you feel like you're in an older library. And then they have even their own little shelving area for like kids' books and movies. There's the kids' books there on the left. And the set prices for those. And then we're going to move over, once we look here at the cases of some of the items, we're going to move over into the bins item, the bins side. Which, if you've never been to the bins, is where they have everything in these carts, and you look for stuff, and then you pay a certain amount per pound for the items. They have clothes, they have books, they have everything that basically didn't sell at Goodwill's or didn't get processed, like sorted. They'll just bring out bags. This is the first bins that I've been to that actually have like boxes of stuff neatly set in, like glass items. Because other ones I've been to, they kind of just toss them in a box and put them in the bin. But this stuff actually looks like it was set in there neatly and nicely to where it didn't get broke. And then you'll see here that I do pick up a couple Halloween ceramic pieces that I was intending on just keeping for myself because I thought they were cute. This little Frankenstein here and the pumpkin. And then there was a little pumpkin shelf sitter. He was just adorably cute. And ultimately I did end up putting them back. I got to the end after I videoed some of the bins, and there was a line of like 12 people. So I just, that's the time you have to debate, is it worth the time to sit and wait for two little ceramic pieces that you're keeping for yourself? So I decided it wasn't worth my time, so I put them back and said my goodbyes to the manager there, and went on my way. But here's just some more of the boxes. Now this is normally what the bins look like. It looks like it's just a whole bunch of stuff tossed into a big bin. That's what I call it, the bins. And everything here you pay for by the pound. There are some stuff that are bigger, bulkier items. They do have a set price for like $1, $1.99. This is a casserole dish carrier here. And then they just have a whole bunch of stuff. And there's really, I think when they first come out, there's probably rhyme and reason to them. Being like kids' toys, decorations, bags. But then ultimately, once everybody keeps going through and looking, they kind of get all jumbled together. But sometimes that's the fun of it too, is finding items hidden underneath other items. But for me personally, the bins kind of just, it gives me anxiety, I guess, because people can be very competitive, especially when new bins come out. That's what they're doing over here to the left, the far left. They make everybody back up so that way they can bring in new bins, take out the old. And I guess it just gives me anxiety with the thought of people being so chaotic. And I don't know, I guess I just like the more slowed down version of the actual retail store. But I wanted to give you guys a view of their, by the bins, by the pound store. This was a photo album here, or no, record album, I'm sorry. It was with all the movies. And then it goes into shoes. And then just odd and end totes with stuff and CDs and all kinds of things. So again, I mean, you could spend hours here going through the boxes and going through everything just to find it.
All right, we just finished here at Waterloo. There is a retail store and an outlet store, which is a Ben's, next to each other, like in the same building, but separate. So I may put them together in one video. I may put them together in two. Not really sure. I met Irene. She was the manager here today, and she was very nice. Very accommodating, letting me know like what's where. And then also I asked her where the closest next store was. I gave her my list of where I was going, and I was like, which one's the closest? So she gave me Lakemore, so that's where I'm going to go now. Yeah, so it was a really good store. I spent a lot of time at the retail part looking through things, as you can probably tell. I ended up only getting one thing, but they had a lot to look through, and I didn't take as long as I would have liked to, simply because I'm on a time limit today. But yeah, so let's head over to Lakemore, but you guys will see that in a couple days. Thank you very much. Please like, subscribe, comment if you saw anything cool, and also please just try to remember to embrace your thrifty soul. Bye.